Well, looks like we're going through the tunnel of love, people. No hanky-panky.
No promises, coach. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Andrew Can, and together we can game. In the last episode of Can Play Left 4 Dead 2, we made our way to the Dark Carnival. And in this episode, we are going to make our way through the Tunnel of Love where we left off in the last episode. I'm very excited, but there's a few things of note while you're going through the Tunnel of Love. Ammo is very sparse, or sparse, depending where you're from. And that being said, you're going to want to make sure you monitor your ammo. I also recommend having a pistol as your sidearm going through. That said, let's go through the Tunnel of Love. Now, I mentioned in the last episode that I thought it was clever as hell to have the zombie invasion in an amusement park, to have it on rides. Valve, always stepping it up. However, a few of you have mentioned that this is not your favorite map, that being Dark Carnival. You said that you don't like the theme, you're not really big fans of amusement parks. I get that, but as someone who loves theme parks, amusement parks, this level is so fun. And I just imagine it being like, if this was on It's a Small World in real life, or even just a local, fair, I think it'd be so much fun. And I love the design of just like the Tunnel of Love. I like how it's laid out. And one thing to note, especially here, is that in the Tunnel of Love, clown zombies, they spawn more frequently. Case in point. Okay, want to be careful as we go through. You'll also notice some zombies that have staff shirts. So if you've ever seen a theme park or ever been lucky enough to go to one, you will know that a lot of theme park workers have staff, or they have a vent, or they have their own little wardrobes. So I love the interactivity of them. Yes, that way it's blocked, but it is cool to see kind of just the real world implications. Now, I'm sure if you were to go through the game, you could probably go through the whole Tunnel of Love of the back end, but I just love the look of things like this. It's just minor details that they really put a lot of time and effort to that really doesn't get talked too much about. Speaking of minor details and efforts that doesn't get talked about much, a lot of you have informed me that you didn't know about the gnome in the previous level, and that you're very happy that I showed it off. So if you did know about it, then I'm sure you enjoyed seeing it, but if you didn't, I'm glad I was able to help, and I'll post a comment to one of the people I was able to inform about that, and I think that's cool. I love showing off things like that. I love just this I heart you. The minor details. Again, they didn't have to do this. They didn't have to make it as interactive and as cool as they did. They take the extra time, and that's really a staple of most things by Valve. Now, as we go through the tunnel, there's one of the voice clips I wasn't able to get, but it's one of my favorites, and it's by Nick. And he goes, the outside said it's Bring Your Cousin Day. He goes, I hate being in an amusement park in the South. And growing up in Mississippi and being from New York, I really relate to Nick in that regard. Now, the South is not as bad as it gets stigmatized, but just things like that kill me. It's that little nudge that makes me laugh. So I do want to show off some of these back ways, such as here. A lot of people I know, when I talk about Left 4 Dead 2, they don't take the time to explore these little back areas. Now, I know that's kind of funny coming from a guy who, when he blind plays through, isn't the most observant. But if I do know of areas like this, I do try to show them off, and I do want to take the time to heal myself. I probably don't need to, but did that waste my... Sometimes it can. I don't think it did. But of course, Charger would try to interrupt anything I do. If you've been watching this playthrough, you'll know that my downside, or my downfall, is Chargers. So, because of the ammo scarcity, I do want to make sure that I aim more properly and that I don't waste my shots. I've gotten a few comments saying that people are not a fan of, me wasting as much ammo as I am. So I am trying to do a little better. But again, I play as I do, and I'm sporadic, and I'm not perfect. So keep that in mind. So, alright. A slow and steady approach, though, is a little better than what I've been doing. And it's balancing playing very controlled and collectively with just having fun,
Turn off that light, quiet.
Of course, you can go through the vents in a Valve game. Love those little vents. Here? Crowbar, huh? Went through a vent and found a crowbar. Nice work, Valve. So there's two ways to go here. You can go through the more straightforward approach, which is here. Or you can go through the vents. I killed a jockey. And you can go through this kind of back way. So I want to go ahead and go through the vent back here to just show it off. So usually, let's see if we'll get any comments. Oh! Want to make sure I don't get that spit. So just another way around. Sometimes you get commentary from. Want to make sure that. Come on. So there is an achievement I mentioned for pushing away. This isn't very romantic. I like how they're all like, they both have their healing kits out. So yeah, this is another way to go through it. The other way was a maintenance area. So this just shows you back to where we were. It's just a cool little way around. I wanted to show it off because I don't see it shown very often, as I mentioned. So yeah, just another way to go about it. So I was trying to get Ellis. Sometimes when he crawls through the ducts, he'll make a remark. I think it's along the lines of, one thing video games have taught me is good shit always comes in vents. Yes, I just double checked on my phone with the wiki. As I mentioned, I've been using the Half-Life, or not the Half-Life, wrong game, Left 4 Dead Wikia, because I like to make sure I can inform a little bit, and I always try to include my sources. And I think that's just important to mention that. I'm not sponsored by any Wikia, I just think it's cool to get information that you may not have known. And, you know, some people, they like being entertained, they like to be informed, and I've actually had a few people comment, when it comes to my Left 4 Dead franchise, they actually use it as a walkthrough, and I think that's a high honor, and I do truly appreciate that. Alright, so if you're going low on ammo, there is a shotgun. Might be in my best personal interest. I will say, be careful though. Because that obviously is the witch, so what I will try to do. Not get too close, do not want to be the one. Which one? Anyone but me. Which one? Huh? No, okay. So unfortunately for us, witch is a little startled. Okay, going back to more state.
Guys, that witch is getting mad.
Nick, there we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted Nick or anyone else besides myself. Startle it. Come on. Who's helping Nick? Okay, so with that, I can oh, not for too much longer. Let's go. Reloading. Able to get a shotgun. As I mentioned, ammo being very, very rare on this level, which I don't mind. I like the added challenge. It just makes me have to consider how I play. I'll take this, and then I'll take the adrenaline shot. Alright, continuing to go through the level. So far, so good. AK, even better. Magnum, just in case. So I got a little lucky getting this back to back. Not really a big fan of shotguns, and this is actually better for me. As if you've watched, I have said that shotguns are preferred weapon. Not shotguns. Well, for fun, they're more my preferred. In other games, they are. For here, I do think the rifles are a little better. So you do want to avoid, and you might want to just, I'll go ahead and jump down so that get a little bit of a distraction. That way I can be a little safer. Little kind of back area. Want to be careful, avoid the goo as best as I can. Thank you, Ellis. Very good shot. Again, I know people who also don't like this level because of clowns. Not afraid of clowns, but I understand the fear. Very, very true. I don't know. I've not actually ever been in a Tunnel of Love ride, personally. Have you ever been on or in a Tunnel of Love? And if so, who did you bring? As I said, never brought anyone to a Tunnel of Love. Not really a thing here, but I'm curious. I'm sure there's someone out there. But I do have a question. I do think this would be fun. So in my Left 4 Dead 1 playthrough, I asked, which celebrities would you like to have with you through a zombie apocalypse? And we got some really fun, creative answers. So I have a new stipulation. which cartoon character would you like to have with you on a zombie apocalypse situation? So I've thought about this, and I've decided I would like Kim Possible would be my female character, because, you know, keeping it to the traditions of Left 4 Dead, which is 3 male, 1 female. So we have Kim Possible, which I think is a very strong contender. I think Danny Phantom would be another really cool, and oh god, Charger! One thing I have not shown off is that you can shove Chargers. It just takes a little while. So we got Danny Phantom, we got Kim Possible. Trying to keep, I think Ren from Ren and Stimpy would be pretty funny. And then, oh god, how about Rick from Rick and Morty? I think we'd have a really good combination of cartoon characters. And I might actually change out Ren with Mickey Mouse. I think that'd be actually even funnier. Just to imagine Mickey. Oh boy, everybody, let's go kill some zombies. Oh god, can you imagine? Anyway, continuing to move forward. Let's have some fun. So here, yeah, sometimes there's ammo in here. It just really depends how the director is treating you. Got lucky on that. Grab some pills. There's 2 ways to go. Ooh, incendiary. Yes. Good, good. Want to grab this now. Thank you for being very enunciative there. So, want to go this way. And you can see the Screaming Oaks roller coaster. Love the commentary. Oh my. No. Okay. Was able to take it out. I did. Good job, Nick. Oh, thank you. I was actually going to grab that to heal myself, so the fact you did it was really nice. Thank you, Nick. There's some ammo and weapons over here. Sometimes there's a Louisville Slugger, which is the baseball bat. It's just and if you unaware. Alright. But you know, maybe next time they'll think before they undead. Anyone get that reference? Huh? Oh, okay. Probably. Someone out there probably did. It's a little obscure for Left 4 Dead 2, if I say so myself. Coach, thank you. Oh, man. Where the... Oh. Be ready to fight. So this will be another crescendo event. So one thing I like to do is you can, if you come over here. Oh, some of them still have incendiary. You can see the roller coaster actually take off. So from here on, I just recommend go ahead and run through. Do your best. There might be a charger or a tank. I've had both spawn on here. But you're going to want to do your best to run through the gambit here. Try not to slow down, especially if you're doing it with the gnome. You never know. And yeah, just following the tracks and trying to make your way through is kind of the best course that I found personally. And again, remember that ammo respawning is very limited, so do your best. And if you fall off, you can see there are some ladders and things that make it a little easier for you. I want to make sure I get that. Come on, gang. Ooh. Ellis, are you falling? Oh, he fell off, but he's not like dangling off. That's what I thought happened. Okay. Like I said, you want to be cool, calm, and do your best. I'm not so much collected as I am pretty lucky that my team is here with me. Okay. And be careful with that. I'd love Spitter. Do not love the Spitter, but I do love just the design of the Screaming Oak here. That is so cool. Oh god, no! That's gonna be your bane of my existence. Deactivate the ride to stop it. Whee! Ooh, ammo! Quickly grab that and go. As I say, if you find ammo here, you don't hesitate. You take it. Okay, I don't really need the pills too much. Oh, charger though. Nick killed the charger. Come on. Come on, Nick. Stop being difficult. Come with me. We're in a crescendo, don't you know? That was a little Canadian sounding in my opinion. Don't you know? That's actually very stereotypical. The brakes. I love wooden roller coasters. That's actually, this reminds me of the roller coaster they have on Coney Island, New York. It reminds me of another wooden roller coaster called the Comet. And it's just very, very interesting to me. Alright. Let us go through. Trying to mow my way through. I'm just going to turn it off. My group will have my back. Of course, you can see where the ride, where you can turn it off. It'd be kind of cool if you could actually ride it. I think that'd be very awesome. You get what you get. You can't leave the exit, actually, as you can see. I did want to take care of that spitter, though, because I went ahead and saw it. So this is how you actually, it will allow you to exit. Now, sometimes it's important to note that the coaster sometimes will go on and not attract the ride. I've had that happen. That's been really weird. But be careful in the safe room. I've actually been killed in it because of this area, and my friends were already like in a new menu, so they couldn't save me, and I died, causing us to fail here. And if you're going for the gnome achievement, that is disheartening. But you know what? Come on, Nick. No one needs a hero. That's going to be it for this episode. That's going to be it for today. Let me know, who would you have as your cartoon hero team? I'm curious what you have to say. That's going to be it for this episode. That's going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your time. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing, and I hope you have a great day.